Welcome back. All of America, and I mean pretty much all of America, continues to mourn Alex Trebek. The beloved Jeopardy host died yesterday at the age of 80 after battling pancreatic cancer for almost 2 years. Trebek hosted Jeopardy for 37 years and left behind an unforgettable legacy.
Any family members back home cheering you on?
You know, here's a true story, man. I learned English because of you. And so my grandfather, who raised me, I'm going to get tears right now. I used to sit on his lap and watch you every day. So it's a pretty special moment for me, man. Thank you very much.
Did you come up with the right one? No? What is "We love you" out? That's very kind. Thank you. Costs you $19.95. You're left with $5. Okay.
I'm not crying. You're crying. I can't get over this. Rest in peace, Alex. The impact he left on America will not be forgotten. All this from a Canadian game show host. And let's welcome in now host of the Dan O'Donnell Show on Milwaukee's News Talk 1130, Dan O'Donnell, and former Seattle City Council candidate and writer at the Post Millennial, Ari Hoffman. Dan, Ari, I know this is probably a departure. Probably didn't think we were going to go here to kind of commemorate and celebrate the life of Alex Trebek today. But considering how divided this country is, and Alex Trebek was like the one guy that everybody loved in this country, I thought we should spend a few moments talking about what made him so special. Ari, I'm just guessing here, you're a Jeopardy fan, right?
I am a Jeopardy fan, but my wife's a much bigger Jeopardy fan. And one of the things that hit home for her, like so many Americans, is that she used to watch the show with her grandfather all the time. And her grandfather would call her father every day for Final Jeopardy to do the question together. That's the kind of bonding we need in this country right now. And I wish there were more people like Alex Trebek to give it to us.
Yeah, from my freshman year in college all the way through I graduated, Jeopardy was appointment television almost every single night. Dan, your thoughts on Alex Trebek and why he was so special?
Well, because in an era in which everything from NFL games to the Tonight Show and late night comedy shows to entertainment television and movies is hyper politicized and is actually attacked by the cultural woke brigade, if it's not overtly liberal in its politics, Jeopardy really was something, and Alex Trebek really was someone who the nation could just kind of get behind. He was a true neutral arbiter of truth. He had the answers, or rather in the form of questions, and he challenged all of America to be smarter, to care about minutia, to care about things that weren't political in nature, but were just, quite frankly, fun.
Yeah. We will miss Alex Trebek for sure. They have not announced a replacement. I don't know if anybody could replace Alex Trebek. No. Big shoes to fill. The shows will be on the air, I think, through December. Alex Trebek working right up until the very end. But another reminder, too, of how devastating pancreatic cancer can be. So our thoughts and prayers go out to Alex Trebek and his family and friends. We will certainly miss him. All right, back to business, guys. I don't want to dwell on that too much. Let's talk more about the election, which is still in doubt. Still in question right now. Joe Biden sent a message to his supporters on Saturday talking about unity. With the campaign over, he says it's time to put the anger and the harsh rhetoric behind us and come together as a nation. However, there seems to be some lists going on. We can talk about, the Lincoln Project. They continue to attack President Trump and the Republican senators who supported him. And this is one issue I want to talk about specifically. How are we ever supposed to take the Lincoln Project seriously again, Ari, when they not only attacked President Trump, but also have attacked the senators, which is the only firewall standing in the way of everything that these guys claim they supported for years and years and years. The only firewall between conservatism and what's going to happen are these Senate seats. So what are we supposed to do with this stuff, Ari?
I saw a post from a Democratic politician who was actually calling out the Lincoln Project for raising all this money and accomplishing actually nothing. It seems like they were just trying to take down the new Republican Party, which expanded its majority with minority voters across the board and really upset all the pollsters. And everything that was being said, saying there was going to be this big blue wave, it never happened. And the Lincoln Project just proved how irrelevant and how, I guess for lack of a better word, what grifters they really are. And they picked the wrong side. And it's not so much about sides. This unity idea, as long as people like Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, AOC are constantly still talking about attacking critics, having a mandate, attacking Republicans, making lists of Republicans, nothing is ever going to change. They spent 4 years gaslighting us, talking about fraud in the election, how it was an unjust presidency, and how everything Donald Trump did was wrong, and how Republicans were evil. You can't just turn on a dime and now call for unity. They laid the groundwork for this, and unfortunately, we're stuck dealing with the after effects of it.
Yeah. Well, let's also talk about some of the media folks here, Dan, that have, don't really seem to be down with this whole unity thing. Chris Cuomo rejected Biden's call, saying you should never forget how you got here. Chris Hayes from MSNBC tweeted it back in October. Remember these names, talking about Trump operatives, basically doxing these folks. And then AOC tweeting more recently, is anyone archiving these Trump sycophants for when they try to downplay or deny their complicity in the future? They are out for revenge, aren't they, Dan?
Yeah, and I'm basically just counting down the days until I have to go to a re-education camp for talking about this sort of stuff on television and on the radio. There is no interest in reaching across the aisle or coming together. There is still vengeance. I didn't think the left could be any sorer than they were as sore losers, but it seems like they're sore winners as well. And realistically, this is kind of scary. Whenever you hear people who are anywhere near the levers of power in any country start to compile lists of people who served in prior regimes that they're going to target for anything, you should be a little concerned. So, John, I got to ask you, will you be my roommate in the re-education camp?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it'll be you and Ari and me and plenty of other people, because we know it's going to be a very big facility for all of us who dare actually think differently than the left. Guys, great to see you as always.
I call top bunk.
Oh, darn. Too slow, as usual. Great, guys. We'll see you soon.
Newsmax TV is now America's fastest growing cable news channel. We give you the real news you need. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Newsmax TV streams live on YouTube for free. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.